Welcome back to episode 61 of the Sharpshooters Podcast. I'm your humble and gracious host, Mr. Brinsky Sharp, on the ones, twos, threes, fours, and the fives and the six. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. We got a jam-packed show for everybody, man. Glad y'all up in here with us, with me and my main man, Tez.
What's going on, man?
Up in here with us, with me. Nothing much. Yeah, everything, man, acting crazy for a minute. But yeah, man, everything good. I was asking the question, but clearly you ain't.
Oh, yeah, everything's good. I thought you was answering the question.
Oh, no, man. I was asking, man, everything good, man. Everything copacetic, all that good stuff, man.
Everything good, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Appreciate everybody in the house tonight, man, showing love and all that. Appreciate y'all. Of course, man, got another jam-packed show. Talking about the National Championship, some Alabama news, and, of course, the NFL playoffs, because my team is still in the playoffs. And we in the NFC Championship game for the first time since forever. And I mean,
big game.
Say what?
I said big game, bro. That's a big game.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, all it takes is one mistake. Hey, we ain't even supposed to be in a team like us is dangerous. You don't want to play us at this time of the year, man, because we have nothing to lose, but everything to gain, because we wasn't even supposed to be in this situation. Hey, you said you thought this was an Auburn channel, man. It can be any channel, man. It's college football, man. Yeah, dog, man. Come on, bad man. I appreciate you for joining, man. Just come on, man. Show your love, man. We talk everything. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. But yeah, man, but we're gonna talk about that, man. But we're gonna start with this national championship game, dog. How you feeling?
Man, it's just my camera right quick.
Yeah, why you doing that? Yo, what's up, Kimberly? How you doing? What's going on? I appreciate it, man. He said just give me a hard time. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get everybody up in here and whatnot, Kim and Badman. But the show gotta still go on. Folks will jump in when they can. But about this national championship, man. Go ahead. What you gotta say about it?
Man, yeah, if you watched the show last week, we all kind of said how this game would go, how we thought it would go. It turned out to be entertaining. For a minute there, it didn't look like it. Ohio State jumped out to a big lead, looked like this game was over with. And to be honest, I didn't think that Notre Dame was a team that could come back. I didn't think they was built like that. They don't have a lot of explosive players. Well, I say that, but Greathouse had one of the most explosive plays of the entire game.
Yeah,
but they didn't finish off the job. Of course, a couple of decisions that were questionable. With Marcus Freeman going for the 3 points instead of going for the touchdown. It still would have made it like a 2 or 3 score game at that point. But man, we talked in depth a lot about it. Was Notre Dame going to play man the entire game? They decided that they wanted to play man the entire game. And for all intents and purposes, it almost worked until it didn't. Until the critical third down for the game, pretty much. You got to get this to even have a shot. You come out, you play man-to-man, you bring pressure. And we saw what Jeremiah Smith did. He's pretty much damn near wide open on that play.
And what's the one thing that he said, man? Just do not play man-to-man on me.
Facts. Yeah.
And then one of the most crucial downs of the game, they're gonna run which I had no idea they was gonna. It made no sense why they would run a cover zero on a 3rd and long, and then if you're gonna do that, he's gonna go to the best wide receiver on it.
It was crazy, man, because like if you look at the replay, I can't think of the corner's name that was on him, but whoever was guarding in the slot slipped down.
Yep.
And then like that corner number 30, 29, 39, I can't think of it. I know Leonard Moore, number 15, but I don't know the other corner's name. He kind of peeked at that. Like when that corner slipped, he kind of peeked at it. And because truth be told, I don't think Jeremiah Smith could have beat him as bad as he was beat on that play without him peeking in the backfield like that. Like it wasn't like you know what I mean, a one-on-one situation where he just went up and mossed him. Like no, he was wide open. He was wide open. He would have had to drop that pass for something to happen. But yeah, it's crazy, man. The chess match going on there. Like it's crazy. Rodney Leonard had a Rodney Leonard game. Will Howard played shit as good as Will Howard can play, right? Like
yep.
Especially with his legs. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't seen that a lot with his legs. Yeah. And in a nutshell, kind of went like everybody expected. It's not. It was surprising that it was maybe a little bit closer than people thought, but like it wasn't surprising. I mean, this is the best roster in college football, the most expensive roster in college football, and they won it all. So like, you shouldn't be shocked. Is what I'm saying. Nobody should be shocked by the results of this game or the results of these playoffs. To be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. They was my pick from the beginning of the season. I was basing it on just off the roster alone or whatnot. Look at him.
He gonna show up.
No, well, of all the shows, he gonna show up, man. He gonna show up to this one and have that OH up there, man. And so, hey, man, he can talk all the mess he want, man. They won. That's what happened. I'm always down for if you win, you can talk all the mess you want, and they won.
He ain't win no money off of it.
Yep, now that I know he didn't get nobody. Did you win money off of it? And be truthful. We got KT in the house. KT, what's going on? Miss ASU. Miss everybody falling in her DMs last
episode. Right. We gotta play match. We gotta finish matchmaker today. Like
man.
You got to give us an update, KT. We need to know what's going on.
Man. Did anybody step up to the plate, man, to do that, man? He said, Ken was saying what's up to Jason. He was laughing. He had the bag up there. Man, I don't believe you, man. We'll talk all I don't believe you.
He wasn't that confident in him.
And he not at the beginning of the year. Now, I said at the beginning of the year. Well, of course, everybody gonna say, "Oh, our team gonna win it." I knew our team wasn't gonna win it, so it really didn't surprise me at all. Then she's saying lies. We're not lying. You know we ain't lying. We was there.
Right. It's on tape.
Okay. Now I believe she said not one. Okay. No, they lame all that thirsting they were doing, man. Got the homie Dwight. Got the homie Dwight in the building. What up, man? He said, forget them butt nuts. I let them have it. We've been talking for almost 20 years. You're right, bro. Yeah. You're right. And we're going to also talk about, on top of the national championship, about them, what I'm trying to say, about the Big Ten. They so-called think the Big Ten taking over. I was like, stop the cap right now. No, stop the cap. So.
I tell you this though, the playoff, for all intents and purposes, it worked. These are two teams that wouldn't even had a shot at the national championship in the old format, based on the games that they lost in the regular season. They wouldn't even been in it.
Oh yeah, especially with that NIU loss. That would have been a big loss.
Yeah, they'd have been done.
Oh yeah, man, we would have definitely been done. He said I was talking shit game after the game, and all these Bama fans kept saying, you just better win it. Yeah, man, y'all had all the pressure on y'all. That's all it was.
Ralph, y'all was ready to fire the man after that Michigan game. I didn't forget. I seen all the comments, and I seen what your fan base said after he lost to Michigan for the 5th time in a row. I saw it all.
No, don't give him 5th, man. It was 4th.
4th.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put the man out there like that. But that was like one of the things, man. Like, just picking back before we get back to the national championship game. Them losing that game, I said, okay, if they lose that game, his goal, just based on how everything was set up, because I felt like they had no flaws in their team this year. They was a little suspect on cornerback, but they were still good enough to win it all. But if he lost that Michigan game, I literally said this plenty of time, like, bro, they cannot lose in these playoffs. And if they're gonna lose in the playoffs, it better be in the national championship game, and it better be like a field goal at the end.
Right. To his credit, though, this was the toughest road, right? This is the toughest path to win. You know, you go through Tennessee, go through Texas.
Mm-hmm. They had the
Oregon, and then ended with Notre Dame. Yeah, you
got
to get a man his credit.
He said, my exact words: if he don't win the natty, he out of there. My fault. That'll make up for it. Oh yeah, man. When you win a natty, bro, you got, it's almost like a restart, bro. You get like another 4 years or 5 years of hype.
Yeah.
He said next year is 5. Jason said already. Hey man, they losing a lot of guys. They gonna lose a lot of guys, and one of the guys that had a very, very interesting comment. He really ain't say much, but it said a lot to me. So be on the lookout for Carnell Tate. Because somebody mentioned the transfer portal, and I was like, and he was just like, I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy that. And I was like, like he answered it, but we got a lot out of it. Like, what you mean by that? Like, what you mean by that? And so that's gonna be a real, real interesting one, because you're already about to lose Ibuka. You're gonna still have Jeremiah Smith. You're gonna have Brandon Ennis. Who else coming in? I don't think y'all have a wide receiver really coming in. Y'all don't really need wide receivers anyway.
Carnell Tate, he kind of proved that, man, he could be a number one on a lot of teams.
Oh yeah, he can definitely be a number one on a lot of teams. But I expected these guys, just by the way they were built, that they should win it this year, and they did. It wasn't no surprise. The game was over early, in my opinion. They almost just made themselves look like the Atlanta Falcons in the Falcons Stadium, because I believe if he made that field goal after they scored that touchdown, now it's a one-score game. You do not want to turn that ball back over and let them get that ball, because it could have got real, real bad for them. Yeah. But what I was trying to say, yeah, man, the guys came and showed up. I seen Brian Kelly in his bad last night. You could tell he held off on a lot of plays last game against Texas, because you
mean Chip Kelly. You said Brian Kelly.
Yeah, I said Brian Kelly. My fault. Yeah, Chip Kelly. And so Chip went out there and just had a remarkable game plan at the beginning of the game, man. I loved everything that he was doing at the beginning, especially that one exact play that him and Devontae. Him and Devontae Smith did. Well, I'm saying him and Sharp did that one national championship game that Jeremiah Smith ran, and Jeremiah ran it perfectly. And you can see the defender like, bro, I know what they're doing. I need help over here. And you can see that's how it was like a walk-in touchdown, man. So it was dope, man. But do you think they even had a chance?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame? Yeah.
For sure. I think they had a chance. I mean, even with the game getting away early, like you said, they had this turnover, right? They got a turnover at the exact moment they needed a turnover. They had good chances in it, man. They just defensively, when it came to getting stops on third down, they had no answer. But yeah, they it wasn't. Ohio State could have lost this game, right? They could have, but
Yeah.
they were prepared. You could tell that Chip Kelly was prepared for whatever they wanted to do in the first half of this football game. He came out and he hit them boys in the mouth, and they had absolutely no answer for what he was putting on the field in the first half of that game
At all, man, because they couldn't even stop him. Like the first drive by Riley Leonard, bro, I like, well, this boy is running this ball. I know he's gonna be tired by the end of this game, man. He keep running the ball like this, man.
Yeah, they said that after that drive, he came to the sideline and threw up.
You seen how much he was running? Shoot. You can't help but throw up, man. Shoot, all that running, man. You need to sit down. Like, you can't do that the whole game, bro. You cannot do that the whole game. But everybody, we got the pastor in the house tonight. My main man Josh in the building. Hey, man, what you got on national champions for, man? You a Georgia fan, man.
Always keep my memory bank. We still the last back-to-back champs, so hey, always ready. Always gonna rep, man.
Y'all played in them scrub national championships.
Y'all might be the last back-to-back champs for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. With the portal, absolutely.
The portal in the playoff, it's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
No, Kellen obviously needs to win the Natty to keep his job next year. No, he doesn't, man. Do you not know how hard it's about to be to get a national championship?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think folks understand like how hard that it is, man. Some folks just believe you just should spend money and you going to make it to the national championship. Yes, spending money gonna have to be a part of it, but you think you're gonna have the talent. You got to know where to spend the money.
That's true.
And Ohio State was a unique situation because of everybody that they had coming back. They literally had a bunch of experience. They didn't just have talent. They had talent and experience. So it wasn't like they were just out. That and matters a lot.
They have an elite play caller on offense, too.
An elite play caller on offense. Then you got somebody in the back end that those type of players do not be in the portal like that in Caleb Down. That solidified your whole defense.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, man, they lost 2 games this year. I was surprised that they lost to Oregon early in the year, and still was surprised how they lost to Michigan because the offense let them down in that game. They let them down in that game. Defense did everything right.
Yeah.
Until like towards that fourth quarter. And that's why I was like, for Notre Dame, I said the way Notre Dame plays is kind of somewhat like Michigan. They like to run the ball and all that. They got good defense. So if the game be close going into the fourth quarter, watch out. So it was cool. Yeah. But Josh, what was your take on the game, man?
Yeah, glad to see y'all boys back again. I know it's been a minute. I'm glad to see y'all boys back. I still keep up with y'all even though I haven't been away. But yeah, man, I pretty much knew going into the game, like once Ohio State beat Texas last week and Notre Dame beat Penn State, I was like, yeah, Ohio State's going to go ahead and do damage versus Notre Dame, and they're going to go. I thought it would be a blowout, which it was for the most part in the game. Of course, Notre Dame started to come back. That turnover happened which they on that long play where they stripped a receiver, and Notre Dame recovered in the third quarter, late in the third quarter, and so that helped get them back in the game. Ohio State was pretty solid on defense most of the night, but again, they kind of let up in the third and fourth quarters. Riley Leonard had a beautiful throw, a fade on that third down to bring them within 8 points towards the end. And then sadly, they got back down there. The field goal kicker missed a chip shot field goal right off the right off of the left upright, and that resulted in them, still being down by 8 points. That would have cut it to a 4-point game. And so, I think that's unfortunate for him. And that really kind of, I think, really drained all of the momentum that Notre Dame had gained. But Will Howard, quarterback, awesome job. I don't believe he turned the ball over. Jeremiah Smith is a force to be reckoned with from now until he goes to the NFL. I think he's going to be one of the great ones in the NFL. I see a little Justin Jefferson in him mixed with Jamar Chase. He's big, strong, fast, can run routes really well. And so I think he's going to be one of the great ones. And only a freshman, I believe, this past year. So, I mean, that is phenomenal. And so shout out to them. Michigan and Ohio State back-to-back years. I don't think anybody saw that coming these past couple of years. Non-SEC teams. I still think the SEC rules, even though the Big Ten did get another chip this year. But I mean, Brinsky, you were right. Like we were talking about yesterday. We was in our when we was messaging. We was like, you called it from the get go, and I remember that back in August. You called it, and you were right. I mean, the portal, a mixture of the portal, and like you said, the experience with pretty much everyone they had last year coming back. And Ryan Day, he had a chip on his shoulder, so he was trying to finally get that off of his shoulder because he needed a chip. Because anytime you don't beat Michigan, it's a problem. He ain't beaten the last 2 years. Shout out Ohio State, shout out Will Howard, shout out Jeremiah Smith and Downs on the back end, like you said. And I forget his name, the person that forced they had the scoop and score against Texas, the defensive end edge rusher.
Oh, Jet Sawyer.
Yeah, Sawyer. He's nice. He's going to be another one. I think he's going to be really lottery pick once he gets to the NFL draft, and once he declares for the NFL draft. And so yeah, I mean, they're going to be the team to beat next year. Georgia, we're going to be kind of rebuilding some with have a new quarterback in there. We're going to have, we're going to have two returning running backs. Alabama, y'all have a new quarterback coming in. LSU still trying to find their way back to dominance since they lost Jaden Daniels. I know we're going to talk about him in a minute as well, but I mean, right now it's Ohio State's to lose next year. And obviously, it's going to be tough, like we said, going back to back. But I mean, right now, I believe even if a Georgia would have played with a backup quarterback, I think they would have had their way on us because again, on both sides of the ball, they were pretty solid. Pass rush, the linebackers, the back end was legit. And just offensively with Will Howard. And that quarterback dive is underrated. That really got Notre Dame going. And Ohio State said, you can do it, I can do it too. And that's exactly what they did to get downfield on some plays with Will Howard because he's mobile as well. So yeah, man. But it turned out to be a good game, which I'm glad. I'm glad it just won a straight blowout. But I knew, like I said, once Notre Dame beat Penn State, I was like, oh yeah, Ohio State's going to go ahead and do damage. So
yeah, man. I was like, man, it was just you could just tell, bro. I was saying on Coach Sean channel last night, bro, that if Will Howard gets off to a hot start, it's pretty much over. And that's what it turned into. They just slowed down. That's really all it was. They just slowed down. And I feel like if Notre Dame got some of those stops early, this could have been a different game. This could have been a way, way different game than what it was.
But they managed it. They managed it very well. Ohio State did. That middle eight, they end up getting taking it to 21-7 at half. So getting the last score before half and then coming back at the halftime, getting the ball back and scored again. That like blew the top off the game. Because I mean, up until that point, to be honest with you, Notre Dame didn't look particularly bad on offense. They had a couple like 3 and outs, but they were able to move the ball. It's just that those 2 stops that they got in that first half, it was too many, you know. And Ohio State wasn't missing when they got the ball; they were scoring pretty much every time they got it. And like I said, they managed that middle 8 very well, coming out after halftime, scoring, and it just kind of blew the top off the game for real, for real. But that's why it wasn't surprising to see Notre Dame get back in the game or make an effort to get back in the game, because their offense actually with Riley Leonard running was working. I was shocked to see him make some of the plays that he made in the passing game.
Facts.
Like you said, the floater that he threw, then the pass to Great House where he made one hell of a play spinning off a man, then going and scoring touchdown. Like, I was surprised to see that. I thought they would be more run heavy, but against Ohio State defense, it's pretty tough to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you this: do you think that they could? You think that Ohio State could have done this without Caleb Downs?
it's a big chance.
Yeah, I think they already had a solid team. I think he just
yeah.
What they did in the order just put it over the top.
Yeah, it was just like it's almost making it unfair. That if you want to put it that way, like man, this is just unfair what they're doing. And that's how I looked at it. Like, bro, they already got a good team coming back, and now you just made it a better team, adding him. So it was a win-win for them, just picking him up out of portal. So I thought it was a great pickup by them. And then you get Jeremiah Smith coming into your class, and they're just adding another weapon on top of having Quinshawn Judkins. So everything lined up for them in this cycle. So
true.
That's how I see it.
Ralph had asked a question in the comments. He said, "I'm glad you brought this up. Where do you rank this championship run? Where would you rank this championship run?
Among like recently?
I mean, I guess among championship runs, I don't know. Recently.
I'm like, it's cool, but it's something.
Not the team now, but just like the run, the path to get there.
Definitely not top 5.
Yeah,
it's got to be top 5. There's no other team that has had to play what those boys had to play to get to a national championship.
But every team, yeah, I guess, but no, it was not one game. I know some guys were worried about that Tennessee and Ohio State game. It was not one word in my eyes, not one.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, and then you had the Oregon game. I felt like they just got outplayed in that. Well, it was pretty much even in that game, but I was just like, you played some decent teams or whatnot, but I'll put it like this. Every game they went into, you wasn't worried about.
Right.
You wasn't worried about with them. You may wanted them to lose, but you wasn't worried about them. Because everything that everybody that they had on their team was inferior to the other team for the most part. They for one, every team they played, they had better wide receivers.
Yeah,
even Texas.
I mean, they had better roster than everybody in the country. So like
that's what I'm saying.
But I definitely think a Tennessee game, Tennessee could have beat them. Oregon did beat them.
Yeah, you know
Oregon did beat them. Texas is a team that I think was pretty tough to beat.
Oregon beat them in Eugene, but I was just saying on a neutral site.
Yeah.
It's way, way different. I guarantee you they play that same game in Ohio State. I don't believe that game is even close.
Probably not.
but we playing this game at a neutral site. Oh no! And Brian Kelly already got to see you guys once, and he already scored on him the first time. Now you about to play him again with those weapons? Easy money.
So whose path compares to theirs then? What team would you say had a path to a championship? That you can't really because this is the first year of the playoff.
That's what I'm saying. You can't really say, but at the same time, you had a pretty much easy road in the regular season to really get here, to like really save a lot of the guys to like get healthy. Coach Carl, what's going on,
Coach
brother?
Carl, what's up, man? I don't know, man. I
It's
don't know if
never
the
a show
road
without somebody being mute. It never fails. Never fails.
Yeah, you muted.
You muted.
Still muted.
Oh yeah. I'm about to say, just talk whenever you feel like it's working. We'll let you know we hear you. But I forgot what I was just talking about.
I think this run is really similar, Brinsky and Tez, to really the first championship they had in the playoff in general in 2014, because they had to beat Alabama and they had to beat Oregon. And so,
but we already knew like the Alabama and Ohio State game was pretty much like the national championship game. I never looked at Oregon as a competition to. I'm literally batting 1,000 against this, and I'm so sorry I feel this way about it when it comes to these type of national championships. I'm like, this is not a good matchup. Oregon has good players, but Ohio State has the elite players that can kill everything that they got. Like Oregon had Marcus Mariota, but can you remember anybody else from that team?
Oh, you talking about in 2014? We're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, but if you think about Ohio State, I think they got Joey, they got Michael Thomas,
yeah.
They got they had Cornell Tate, they had Ezekiel Elliott, they had Marshawn Lattimore. I think they had Denzel Ward on that team. I'm like, bro, they had studs on that team. And it wasn't no way, and I'm not talking about like, oh, these just, like I said, some guys should be 5 stars, but they just be 5 stars from camps. These guys were bona fide 5 stars. Like, we knew these guys was gonna make noise, and you see what they doing in the NFL right now. They still studs. So it doesn't surprise me, but I never felt like they went against good competition, but it was just how the team was just set up.
Right.
Who they were going, like, it wasn't no worry in my eyes.
So you think that this year was more impressive than 2014?
I think 2014 was probably more impressive. I think 2014 was more impressive because, like I said, the only weakness that these guys had all year was Will Howard.
Right. I think that the only reason I'm saying that this year was more impressive because this Ohio State team wouldn't even be here under the previous rule. If this was still 14 playoff, they don't even make it.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't even make it. Neither does Notre Dame for that point. But I'm just saying, like, they don't even make it. They're not even here. They had to win their way to a championship, and it's never been done before because it's the first year for it. But you go out, you at number 8, you beat number 9, you destroyed number 9, not just beat them. You make them look bad. You go beat the number 1 team in the country. You make them look bad. Then you go play Texas in number 5, who is probably the second most talented team that was in the playoffs, I think. And then you come and play Notre Dame and you beat them by what should have been a blowout. But I don't know if I can find another team that's had anything close to that type of run. I mean, Josh to bring up 2014, that is, I mean, you beat Bama, you beat Oregon. Those are 2 top teams.
But it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing for them. Like they were expected to. If they didn't win it, it was a failure.
They was expected to win it this year.
That's what I'm. No. Then I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about this year. This year's team.
Oh, okay.
Day one, they were ranked number 2 at worst, only behind Jordan. They were ranked number 2 for a reason. That's why I said it's not that impressive. Like the team that they had already come, all the players that they had coming back, plus you hadn't Caleb down, plus you hadn't Quinshon Judkins, plus you hadn't Jeremiah Smith to this team. You were supposed to at least be there. So it's nothing impressive about you supposedly being there.
I think after the loss to Michigan, after the loss to Oregon in the regular season, there's nobody that thought this team would win in the fashion that they won. And after that, everybody questioned it. No, you said you holding your hand up because you said if Will Howard performs well.
That's my only question.
Nobody thought he was going to perform well. At every stop during this thing, somebody picked somebody else. We had a bunch of people pick Tennessee. There was a bunch of people picked Oregon. There was a bunch of people picked Texas. It wasn't just nobody believed in them after that Michigan loss. Nobody believed in this team at all.
Yeah, when they lost Michigan.
Now on paper, yeah, but seeing how they performed in those games, we all said, hey, Ryan Day's gonna mess this up. He's gonna mess this up.
I didn't think Ryan Day was gonna mess it up. Some people think Ryan Day is not a good coach. I believe he's a good coach. I just think like sometimes people just have bad luck than others.
That's true.
But just some of the things like, bro, you look at his record. It's almost flawless. Only thing he has a blemish on is the Michigan game, and he played in some playoff games that were very, very questionable calls, like that Clemson and Ohio State game. Like Ohio State should have won that game, but they didn't get some calls in that game. So it ain't like he just been bad. If he win 3 of those Michigan games, we wouldn't be having this question right now about Ryan Day. At least 3 or maybe 2. Just don't lose.
He didn't win them though. Like we can't go back and do ifs. He didn't win. But we had to raise the questions.
But yeah, that's cool. But guess what he did do? He lost to Michigan, but he won the national championship. That wasn't no surprise to me.
It's true.
That didn't surprise me one bit because you look on paper, everything was solid. They had everything coming back. I was telling folks about Jeremiah Smith when I seen Ryan because my cousin was telling me, like, bro, I know you love Ryan, but it's this dude down in Florida named Jeremiah Smith. Check him out and tell me what you think. I was like, yeah. And he is that guy. And it was like, guess who they comparing him to? And I was like, who? Julio. Mm-hmm. I seen it and I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Body type.
It was, bro, it wasn't so much the team. It was just like when I saw the path that they would have to go through to win a national championship, I didn't believe that they could do that. I didn't believe that they could beat those teams. I didn't believe that they could beat Tennessee, then come back, beat Oregon, then come back, beat Texas, and then come back and beat what I thought was going to be Georgia. But they lost. You know, like that path to a national championship is unheard of. Like it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was unheard of, but I'm just saying.
I think that the next team that gets a path like that is not going to be able because they already said they're not going to change the seeding next year. So we're going to see more of this next year.
That's cool. So
I think you're going to get a team with an easier path probably win.
Now, if you see, but the reason why this team can get through all that is because
they got a lot of talent.
They had a lot of talent and a lot of experience. So it wasn't no worries. It was just all depending on one person. You got everything else that is pretty much driving a Ferrari and you're the driver. Will Howard's the driver. All he got to do is just not crash. We're going to get to the destination. That is it. That's it. My boy JB, what's going on, brother, man? JB said, what's up, B-Sharp? Hey, all this proves is conference championships mean nothing now. There are 2 teams in the Natty, and both didn't play in a conference championship. That's a big part. That's a big part of it. Yeah, and you're right. I believe like they made it a flaw to not playing a national championship. Well, they made it an automatic bid. Them conference championship games, which I thought was like, yeah, we can hear you.
Man, that's about time. That's an unplugged mic.
Hell no.
Man.
Yeah, man. I knew you would get it right sooner or later.
I got a mic, man. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna let Coach Carl get on this too, man. But yes, it was a tough pass. That was a extremely tough pass. Or whatnot. I think I would have been more impressed by Texas winning it all than Ohio State, because Texas didn't have the team that Ohio State had, but they still running into some of those teams. They would have ran in on a team that was like they played Clemson.
So Ohio State is what they would have had to play. Ohio State and Notre Dame. They had Texas and then Arizona State.
Yeah, which probably one of the best running backs in the country. Scatterboo proved a lot of folks wrong, including myself. Hopefully, speak to him down at the Senior Bowl. I'm a man, and I'm going to definitely tell him. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, man, I didn't think you would like that." but that's the thing. Like, most folks would just sit there and lie and just say that, "Hey, man, I always knew you was this." And I'm like, "No, I didn't think you would like it."
I had no idea who he was. Well, I knew who he was, but I didn't know.
Well, I learned about him late, but I was like,
I only learned about him because he was number 2 on the list when they showed out Ashton Gentry.
Yep.
Every time they showed him, Scatterbull was like number 2.
But he is. I am a believer. But Coach Carl, give me a little bit how you feel about this Ohio State team before we move around on it.
Man, honestly, I think Ohio State this year probably was the best team that I've seen assembled by them in a long time, man. A lot of years ago, man, when they won a title with Zeke Elliott, man, it's like they beat Bama because Bama made a whole lot of mistakes when they beat us. That first ever playoff game, we made a lot of mistakes, and we still should have won that game, but we just couldn't contain Zeke because Zeke was that type of running back. He was just a freak of a running back. That team there they had wasn't constructed as this team here. This team here probably the most impressive team I've seen in a minute. Now, I respect that 2014 win they had over Bama more than I do this one because of the money that they spent. But the path that they had to go through means a whole lot more this time around than they did that time because of the gutting of the schedule, man. You go out to Oregon, you get beat in a close game out in Oregon where they should have won the first time around.
True.
Then you come home, you come in the Michigan game knowing that Michigan is down like Bama did. You know, Michigan was down. They didn't take Michigan serious, and they got ran over, right? Michigan beat them. To bounce back on that Michigan game and then boot the ass to Tennessee was impressive. Then you roll through Tennessee. Then you come out the very next week, roll through Oregon. Without a break, turn around and you beat Texas in a game that Sark dropped the ball on, that you probably should have lost to Texas. But you won that game anyway. And then come in the game with Notre Dame, you go up 24 points. Notre Dame storm back. Probably play one of the dumbest coverages I ever seen in all history.
Yeah, the same thing.
When all those podcasters were telling you all week long that you got to double Jeremiah Smith the entire game. And then you, at the most critical points juncture in the game, you're going to run zero coverage.
Zero.
Stupidest I ever seen in my life. But yet and still, they won that game, man. So this Ohio State team, outside of the quarterback, is probably the most impressive team I've seen this year. And I can't do nothing but respect them, man. Big up to Ebony and the Ohio State Buckeye fans because they did exactly what you said they were going to do from the beginning of the season, Brisket. That was your pick. You was right. All of us were wrong. And, man, I can't lie, man. I respect it. I thought Ryan Day would drop the ball. I was hoping that he would drop the ball because there was a lot wrong on this day that, a lot of folks didn't agree with. But we was all hoping that Ryan Day would drop the ball. Ryan Day didn't. So kudos to Ryan Day. He ended up giving a couple of lucky breaks, man, in that game. Like I don't know why Marcus Freeman want to kick a field goal when you're down 16 points.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Just go for it, man. Like go ahead, take the shot. Either you make it or you miss it. I mean, that's it. You had Ohio State reeling. It was on their back. I don't understand that pass when you're throwing the ball out of bounds when you got to do holding your tight end in the end zone. You just throw the ball at him. And that's a pass interference in the end zone. You get the ball on 2-yard line. I mean, it was just a lot of stuff that I didn't understand in the fourth quarter that like random plays that Notre Dame could have made that they didn't. I did respect the fact that the SEC officials started calling the holding in the fourth quarter, but they didn't call the holding from the second to the third quarter because every time the guy dropped back to make a pass, they was grabbing and tugging on the receivers. You know, like me watching TV, I'm like, damn, that's a hold. You want to throw the flag? Holding is holding. Pass interference is different. You can't call pass interference ball coming. But they grabbing and tugging on the receiver, that's holding. That's automatic. You just gotta throw that flag. But like I said, like we were talking in the Texas earlier, Brisket all through the season. Ohio State is the most holding his team in the nation. Get away with it.
They showed it on and I swear to God, Coach Carl, that one play with cornerback. I can't remember which one.
Number 7.
Say it again.
Number 7.
Not him. Not that one. It was like on sideline. It was I can't remember. It's like
what sideline?
I think you were doing a curl route, and he just grabbed him up. The first thing I thought of was you when you said that.
Yeah, because that's what they do, man. They play grab coverage, which if they're not calling grabs, because a lot of times the quarterback don't look their direction. But grabbing is grabbing. You cannot grab a receiver and hold him. Now you can run with a receiver and bump him, touch him, slap him, all different type methods that you can do, but you just can't grab a guy, hold a guy on, and run down the field. You can't grab him by the waist. You can't grab him by the shoulder pads. That you cannot grab them and hold on. And they get away with a lot of grabbing and holding. I don't know. I guess because they're Ohio State. You never know, but I just don't understand that all year long. And then the fourth quarter, they start calling those grabbing for fouls. Grabbing is ain't for 5 yards, sometimes 10-yard holding penalty. So they weren't getting those 15-yard that they deserved. So I did appreciate that SEC crew doing that part, but other than that, man, I'm hoping like hell that the offensive staff just go ahead and Chip Kelly get another job. Damn, Noel's going over to Oklahoma and do what he's gonna do with his new fiance that lives in Oklahoma. Let them go ahead and depart, and then Brian Day have to go down through here and reassemble the whole another program, and then see can he build a team without those two guys. See how really good is he, because without those two guys he wasn't shit. With those two guys he got the national championship. So let's see, can he go back off the national championship, rebuild a team, and keep coming back, because they keep talking about he's the next great one. So let's see how great he's gonna be in the future without those two guys. Other than that,
to be fair, none of those guys won national championships
until yesterday.
Yeah. So
any of those guys ever called a game for a team this talented?
No.
Nobody. Like, bro, that was like one of the most talented teams like ever. That's why people was giving them a hard time. That's why I say, if we just being honest, a lot of those losses, like, how can I say this? Some of those losses that those guys took, we was looking at them like the team that some of y'all are not supposed to lose this game at all.
Right. First two, right? The Oregon and the Michigan game.
Yeah. The Oregon game, I will blame the defense.
Right.
The Michigan game, I'm blaming the offense. Because if you stop them, like they could move the ball against Oregon with ease. The Oregon game, they couldn't do nothing on offense.
Michigan.
Against Michigan. Thank you. They couldn't do nothing. Like all you had to do is just go down there and score. Now you're forcing them to pass. Of course, they're gonna run. Go ahead, my fault.
I was about to say we say it all the time though. It's about matchups. They did not match up well against Michigan. Especially that defensive line of Michigan. They got 2 first-round D tackles. It is not a lot of teams that can say that can put that on the field. With those 2 big boys, they had a time trying to block them guys. In that Michigan game, and it's about matchups. Michigan is just one of them teams that's built like a team that they don't want to play.
Yep. And that's what I was saying. Like when we were looking at the semifinal, and I was like, bro, Texas and Ohio State lined up perfectly. I don't know why it's like flickering, but Ohio State and oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, only because I've seen this fool come up like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Controversy himself, Mr. Jason Walker. I don't know why he came up. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Is that a stormtrooper?
No, sir.
That is definitely not a stormtrooper.
What is that? I can't see.
Pull it back down.
Some I made.
No.
Man, that look, it's definitely.
You got a 3D printer?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to have a talk.
We'll talk.
Man, you said me about 12 times. Man, let me finish.
I said it 12 times.
For real? To me?
Yep.
Yes, you will definitely, man. I'm about to finish this point, man.
I'm old.
But what I was about to say, man, this man talking about you got 3. But I'm sorry, y'all. But man, this man made me lose. Oh yeah, the matchups in the semifinals. I was like Texas and Ohio State lined up perfectly, and Penn State and Notre Dame lined up perfectly.
Thanks.
I'm like, it really just come down to matchups, like you said, man. That's all it comes down to. You can run over this team one week, and then you can look like bullshit the next week, like how we looked against Oklahoma.
That happens.
But it all depends on how you game plan look and all that good stuff. But Ohio State came out there and did what they needed to do. I think we talked enough about them, and I know Jason don't want to talk about them too much. And I know Ohio State about to lose a lot of guys. So just right now, who do you guys have just quickly before we start talking about these playoffs real quick? Who do you have winning the my fault. What I was just about to say. Who you guys have winning it all next year? Just right now. This just early predictions. It's nothing set in stone yet. Still got to go through the off season and stuff. But who you got winning it right now? Going into next season.
Auburn. Warrior.
All right. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
My unbiased opinion.
Thank you for saying unbiased.
Oh, I didn't know we was doing that. My bad.
Yeah. My unbiased opinion, believe it or not, I have Texas winning it all next year with Archman.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick because they're gonna have a lot of guys coming back. Then I expect Ryan Wingo to step up with Jamie French and Khalif Lockett coming in, bringing back a lot of those guys on defense. So yeah, that's a real good pick. And a Manning that can run.
Yeah,
that can run and throw is dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. Let me get this real quick. Appreciate you, DJ, over there at Hollywood Media up there in Birmingham. So if you're up there in the Birmingham area and you need your shots, videography, all that good stuff, holla at your boy.
Yo, DJ, I didn't know you was in Birmingham, man. We need to link up. I got your Instagram. I'm gonna send you a message when I get off of this.
There you go. See, man, I'm doing it all, man. I do it all, man.
Doing the Lord's work.
I didn't know you was in Birmingham.
Man, I do it all, man. I'm passing what man Matt, how my man Maddie said. I'm throwing a thing like Well, Jason, who you got?
I mean, unbiased, I probably would take Texas too. I want to take Alabama, but I don't know what we're gonna do with our quarterback. So, pretty much in college football, a lot of the times you're gonna go as far as your quarterback goes. So, I'd probably take Texas.
True.
Coach Carr.
Hey man, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Everybody said the same thing, man. I actually said Texas myself. I want to say Bama, but I don't know what we're gonna have at the quarterback situation. And Texas gonna bring back a lot, man. Texas bring back a lot. For 3 years in a row, they bring back a lot. So I mean, Texas be the best call right now. And then we'll see how everything turns out. Like week 3 of the year, you'll see if anybody else will be able to compete with them. But right now, it's Texas, man. Hands down, because Bama don't know we have a quarterback. Georgia know we have a quarterback. LSU don't know what they have as a defense. So only people that we got right now that you can really count on is Texas, that defense at Michigan, and the team at Texas. Oregon losing a whole lot. Ohio State losing a whole lot. Penn State will bring back some players. Notre Dame gonna bring back some players, but Notre Dame really don't deserve to be in that conversation. That we'll say that for another day. But other than that, man, I mean, I hate to say it. What's up, Auntie Janet? It's Texas, man.
Yeah, man.
I hate to pick Texas. I do. But of course, I say Auburn. But I didn't know we was doing unbiased.
Unbiased. This is an unbiased channel, sir.
If I had to do unbiased, it'd probably be Texas, man. I just don't like picking a first-year starter to win a national championship. That's the only reason that I got. But the thing about it is all the teams in the field at quarterback kind of got that same thing going on, right? And it's like, what quarterback would you take? I'm not as confident to pick a Penn State or a Notre Dame. But yeah, I got to go with Texas, and hopefully Manning is as advertised.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. And then you add those receivers to it, which I think a lot of folks. I watch a lot of recruiting, man. I mean, I watch a lot of recruiting. And just throw this out to a lot of people that's watching the channel. It's going to be like a little series that I'll be doing really soon. I supposed to start on it late last year, but a lot of recruits that you guys should definitely keep an eye out on. Some that you do know and some that you definitely don't know, but you should know. And hopefully Alabama pick up a couple of guys that I do know. And so hopefully that works out. Of course, Jason and Tez know who I'm talking about. A couple of guys from BTW. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But Tez got a lot. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, especially how the transfer portal going to, man. It all depends what that transfer portal. If they get like some just need, because they got all they wants, I think they're going to be awesome on offense. I just want to see what they're going to do to replace. Are they going to get another cornerback in the portal? So we're going to see. So right now, I think it's unanimous between all of us, like Texas. So just going into the season. I think you were trying to holler at you, Coach Carl. Shout out to Dwight, man. Appreciate you always supporting the channel, brother. Hey, man, did you see DJ's Tez?
Second.
You seen what DJ sent you? He said we locked in.
Okay, yeah, bet. That's what's up, man.
So I need 70% or whatever y'all do. 70%. My fault. That's a little low. 75.
75%. Okay.
75. And I was seeing my invoice through the mail.
Okay.
But,
that's serious, Brisket.
We make sure we cook the books before we see how much we made.
Yeah, no. I mean, I hold all the bills. I hold all the bills over here. No, sir. But
hey, no cheating, Tez.
Yeah. No. What my man Red said, my office hours are from 9 to 5.
Hey, Brisket, you need a
and I hold all the books.
You need a bodyguard, Brisket?
Say it again.
You need a bodyguard?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm scared of these thugs. But man, of course, NFL playoffs. We got a NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game. We got the Chiefs and the Bills. We got my Washington Commanders against the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, I don't really care about the other game, and I don't really care about the other team, even though they got a lot of Bama players over there. So if we do lose to these guys, I will be rooting for the Eagles no matter what. But don't let us go in there and upset these boys. Y'all thought I was acting a fool before. It's nothing worse than going against a team that has nothing to lose. Nothing to lose at all. We have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I have us going into Philly. Hopefully it doesn't snow, because I don't know how Jaden Daniels played in snow. And the last game was at the Dome, and we seen how he just went in there and torched the Lions. But at the same time, the Lions had, I don't know how many of they star guys on IR. So
13, bro.
13. That is crazy. 13 guys, and they were key guys. So Miss Janet got. Oh, you an Eagles fan now?
Eagles.
Well, I knew you couldn't be perfect all your life, Miss Janet. I knew you couldn't be perfect all your life. It's all right. I still love you now. I actually, the Eagles are our rival, but I don't look at the Eagles as a rival because I actually like the Eagles, but I hate Dallas with a passion.
Everybody hate Dallas.
I was about to say, who likes Dallas?
Right.
Well, Jason does.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I was just
everything about it.
You're about to say Frank played for him, man. That why I said that was probably the only reason.
Nah, son. Not even.
But man, who y'all got winning this game, man? It was just really just predictions. We ain't got to talk about it. Well, since it's my team and none of you guys' team are there, I get to gloat finally about this. I'm sorry, Jason. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Man.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh
man. We got to speak on that.
Yeah. They messed up my man Lamar, man. It's all good.
Very unfair criticism. It was not his fault.
Definitely not his fault. Anybody that blames
don't worry about that,
Lamar Jackson, bro.
You still perfect.
Well, who fault is it then?
Ted.
Hold
on.
John Harbaugh.
Hold on. Let's get these predictions, then we can talk about that. Then we can be done. But my prediction is, of course, this is very, very biased, and I don't care. Talk bad about me. I don't care. I'm biased. 28-25, we go to the Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Jay, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
We respect that.
All right, Ted, what you got? I need predictions, and we can talk about Lamar now real quick.
In this game, I'm gonna go with I'm going with the Commanders to win it. I'm going with the Commanders to win this game.
You just don't want Philly.
Hey man, it's an Auburn fan going against Bama. That's all. It's Auburn. It's Auburn versus Bama again. That's all.
It's. I like what Jaden Daniels bring to the table, and I feel like they playing well at the right time. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commanders to win this game in a 20, 28, 24, something like that. 28-24 Commanders.
Gosh.
Yeah, man. So love Jaden. I literally before the season, I just knew he was gonna have a great season, phenomenal season. Of course, everything panned out. He's rookie of the year and all those things. But football is a team sport. It's not an individual sport or solo sport. So I'm definitely going to be rolling with the Eagles because I think that running game is just going to be too hard to stop. With Washington, Saquon Barkley is just going to be too difficult to stop. That O line, that D line that the Eagles have as well with all them Georgia boys. I think it's just going to be a little bit too much. So I'm rolling with the Eagles. I'll say. I definitely think it'll be close, kind of low scoring. I'm going to go 24-20 Eagles. 24-20 Eagles.
Hey, man, listen here. I know you got a lot of Georgia boys on there, but we still got a lot of Bama boys on there. I just want to throw that out there.
That's fact.
Yeah, you're right.
But no, y'all got them dogs, man. I always, like I said, bro, I never disliked Georgia ever. Especially, I only dislike y'all when y'all talk crazy. And when we play y'all, that is it. But outside of that, y'all got some dogs, and Jalen Carter is everything advertised clearly, and Nolan Smith. Just I'm so happy for him, especially how like some fans are trying to write him off after 1 year, which is stupid.
Yeah.
But Jason, who you got?
I don't have y'all. I could never. I think I ain't gonna lie, Brett. It's kind of personal. I just don't want you to win. I think that AJ Brown's finally gonna show up. I think it's gonna be a little bit too much for him. I do think it's gonna be a little bit lower scoring. I think it's gonna be a lot of heavy run on the side of the Eagles, and they're just gonna try to chew up clock and keep the ball out of Jaden Daniels' hands. So I'm thinking 21-13.
Okay. Coach Carl.
Well, he just took my same pick, man. I got the Eagles. I said 21-13 myself. And the reason why, man, because I think that Saquon Barkley, man, probably should have been the MVP of the league, man. The guy unstoppable. And once you key on him, you still got A.J. Brown. You still got Devontae Smith. You still got Jalen Hurts to worry about, even though Jalen a little dinged up. I think that they're going to run the ball more now with Saquon and how Jalen play quick passing game, knowing that he has that injured knee from last week. So I got the Eagles, man. They just a little too tough right now, man. Especially from that season that they had last year. They're playing a whole lot better this year. So I like the Eagles, man. Unfortunately, I just can't root for LSU. Period.
Point blank period.
Hey, that's a big thing though, Coach Carl, because last time when Jalen was hurt, the Commanders won.
Yeah,
when he was out.
But he went out the game. This time he's gonna continue to play. He's just not gonna be that mobile right now. So maybe it's just a niche thing from that cold.
I want to say Saquon almost had 200 yards in that game.
He did. He had 215, right?
It was close. It was like 150, 160, something like that.
I don't know. I can't remember, but I know.
Oh, you're talking about
in the first time
Washington game. And
the second time,
he had like 80-some yards in the first half, and then Jalen got hurt, and then they keyed on him, so it kind of killed his rush. But I think they still should have won that game. Even with the backup, they still should have won it.
The second time in Philly was pretty close. They like going into the fourth quarter, it was, I think, was it tied? I want to say it was like 10-10, something like that. And then
First time,
Philly,
I think first time Philly blowed them out, right?
no, first time.
Yeah, they kind of owned us in the first game. The second game, we had a lot of turnovers, and they let
And then
us.
Jalen got hurt. And
Yeah.
Jalen got hurt.
Right.
Yeah, they were supposed to beat us in that, but
was up. I think they was up by double digits, and Jalen got hurt, and then Washington started making plays.
I can look at it. Let me see.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Devontae Smith dropped the pass at the end. That would have iced it.
Yep,
Yeah, that would have iced the game.
Yeah.
Hit him dead in the middle. He actually would have scored a touchdown if he had caught it.
So Jalen didn't play much of all at all that game. He had 4 passes for 11 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely would have scored on that, and I don't think a lot of folks realize that one of his rarest drops because he does not drop the ball. So that was by him. But like I said, mine is very, very biased for obvious reasons.
Miss Janet made a point too, said Devontae Smith about to break or even records too. So,
that's true.
They got a lot going on in Philly, man. I really, really believe that Philly got a chance this year to win it all because I don't see nobody beating Patrick Mahomes. But Philly, we already know the Commanders not going to be able to put up points on them. So that defense that Patrick Mahomes got, man, it's lethal. So the only team that I can see that can compete with them right now is either Buffalo or Philly. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
In that first game, the score was 10-6, Washington going into the fourth quarter. Philly scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. Washington scored 8.
Mm-hmm.
So both of those games going into the fourth have been close and competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Commanders win this game. I really do.
You got a possibility, but it's gonna be a little bit different in Philly outside that hole.
True.
Saquon gonna be too much, I think, for
in
Washington.
that game. He had 26 carries, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it really all gonna come down to man. If we can stop Saquon, I know we got a chance, but it's gonna be a tall task, bro.
Yeah.
My boy.
And how Philadelphia's defense plays in the second half, man, that's gonna be the key.
Yeah.
True.
Or those boys gonna be able to get pressure on Jalen Daniels, knowing that he like to run around. So, like, you get Carter busting through the line of scrimmage, and he got to chase Jalen Daniels. Nobody sitting on the outside. Nakobe Dean is gonna be out for this game, so you still gonna play with a bag up middle linebacker. Is he gonna be able to?
He's pretty
good. Be able to chase Jalen Daniels and beat him to the point. I mean, you're gonna get some licks on him. If you hit him enough, you can throw him off his game. But if you don't hit him, man, he get into his bag, man. It's just like high school football to him.
Yep.
That's the only thing. The only thing, Brinsky, Jaden got to gain some weight, man. He is small.
Hey, man, that's cool. Yeah. No, don't worry about my quarterback. My
this right here. Why I want y'all to
game away from the Super Bowl. This is what I don't like. Y'all had all them time. All y'all teams went to the Super Bowl.
We did.
Y'all seen your team
lost
NFC championship games and all that. Why can't I enjoy my moment?
Oh, you
enjoy.
Mine went to the Super Bowl twice and lost.
Yep. Y'all want Brinsky to enjoy this moment? I don't.
Who your team again, Coach Carl?
Atlanta, man. We had Tom Brady down 28 points.
Sorry.
We was just talking about this game.
And we're just talking about it for real.
We was just talking about that Super Bowl.
I
Man.
ain't gonna never get over that one.
As you should. I wouldn't get over it. But guess what? It's our time. Do not let us.
If me and you on the same page.
Super Bowl, I want some money off somebody. I ain't gonna say their name right now. But
say the name.
No.
Call them out.
No. When we win, I'm gonna call them out.
Okay.
I'm gonna call him out, and he know who it is. Unless he watching the channel. If his name pop up down there, then I'd be like, all right.
Okay, Richard Earl. Richard Earl said Commander win the Super Bowl.
Hey, man. Hey.
I don't know.
Hey.
I wish.
I don't know if I got him win the Super Bowl. I got him going.
If we win the Super Bowl, y'all gonna hate me. Y'all gonna hate me. I may go viral.
Listen, I hate you.
I may go viral.
I can't
I may
stand
go
it.
viral. I don't know how I'm gonna go viral, but I'm gonna go viral that day. Because now we got a team in the Super Bowl that wasn't supposed to be there with nothing to lose but everything to gain. All it takes is one game.
If you make it to the Super Bowl, I'm cheering for the Commanders because I just don't want Mahomes to win again.
Yeah.
We got to see what Josh Allen do.
Yeah.
Josh Allen gonna have a whistle and some stripes. Let's see.
With the way chief offensive lineman get away with holding, it's gonna be hard to touch that dude.
He's refs.
Yeah, they got the ref got big checks, man. They got big.
Yeah, they were like, man, it's almost like at this point, if you are a Chiefs fan and you are saying if you are denying it, you're lying to yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
You're lying to yourself.
Yeah. That Texas game is just like it was just almost a highlight film for bad referees. Like, it was
folks hated the Patriots, but the Patriots just won. They just hate y'all because you guys are just it's supposed to be a lot of more losses on your
I respect the Patriots form of cheating. More than I respect what the Chiefs are doing.
Because we didn't see it.
Right. Yeah. This is the this is like collusion. Mm-hmm. This is like the organization.
When you got the refs, bro, that's just unfair.
Yeah, the Patriots was just cheating.
That's almost like you're the mafia and you paying the police and you snitching. Matter of fact, you Whitey Bulger. You got the police in your pocket and you telling them, hey, they over there and you over there snitching on other people. Like, oh, they over there selling drugs and all that. Yeah. Like, bro, you can't win like that. You can't win. Right. Mm-hmm. You're cheating the game, man.
Man, I honestly thought it was just me. I really did, because remember last year when the Chief tackle Tyreek Hill stopped it forward progress, took him 10 yards down the field. He fumbled the ball, they returned it for a touchdown. And forward progress was stopped. Like that in Pee Wee League, as soon as your feet go backwards, that's forward progress stop. How can you fumble the ball at that point?
Listen, when we played them and they just got away with holding, it was just ridiculous what they were doing to Nick Bosa. And they pretty much told me that I was just mad because we lost.
But let me tell you something. let me tell you something about this, Ted. You a 49er fan?
I am.
Until you find Kyle Shanahan, y'all won't win no Super Bowl.
We was talking about this too. We had this conversation too.
The man sold his soul for a head coaching job. You're not going.
He sold his soul. One thing he does. He does not know how to protect leads in big games. He's been on the wrong end of it more than anybody.
Three times.
You want to know why?
And it's on ugly loss.
Once you take a dive, man, shit, you're gonna take them hold the rest of your career. You're gonna get a 28 point lead and you take a dive, you're gonna keep taking them dives, man. I mean, there's no way.
Do you think he was paid up?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Ain't no way.
Spoken like true Falcons fans.
Man, listen. Hey, Tiz, I'm gonna tell you. It may be a conspiracy what I'm saying, but I'm gonna tell you. Man went in the halftime, got a phone call and said that he was hired as the 49ers head coach. Mm-hmm. Right. You come back out of halftime with a 28-point lead, and you can't even muscle with 3 points the rest of the game.
Well, no, we scored 7 points in the second half. We scored more.
Coach Carl.
Did you really?
Yeah, they scored.
We scored.
Coach Carl, why couldn't your defense get enough stops to stop a comeback?
No.
Man, you already knew that Tom Brady was gonna put up points. You're not gonna stop him the whole game because the Patriots had the referees in their pocket at the same time, right? But the Patriots couldn't stop the Atlanta Falcons run game. So if you can't stop the run game and then you come back out of halftime and you pass the balls 79% of the time in the second half, what sense does it make? It don't make sense.
Tevin Coleman got hurt.
No, man.
Oh, yeah,
all I had to do after, man, the Super Bowl was over.
Coleman wasn't the problem.
Once Julio made that catch,
kick a field goal.
All you got to do is run the ball. If they stop you on 4 downs, you got one of the best kickers in the league with Brian in there. He was going to make the field goal, and then it was going to be too much.
But what did Shanahan say? We're gonna call a 15-yard drop back and Ryan.
Yeah.
And Matt Ryan, you eat it. Any veteran quarterback knows you throw the ball out of bounds.
Or you don't even throw, you just run the ball. Take a knee.
Yeah, run the ball, take a knee, throw the ball. You drop back, get the ball, throw the ball out of bounds. You don't take a down 18-yard loss.
Yeah.
Classic Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
And then what happened with you, Ted? The very when he left, he went out there 2 years later, made it to the Super Bowl.
Did the same thing.
Same
thing.
Yeah.
We were clearly the more talented.
Is it conspiracy or is this man a fool? I think this man taking bribes. I really do.
Hey, the only reason I have a tendency to agree with you because I believe he's too good of a play caller to have gone out the way he goes out.
Yeah.
But them be the guys that be thinking they too smart. They be overthinking it, man. Don't overthink.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's true.
Some of these guys just think they thinking too hard, bro. Like, bro, you know what you're doing. Think about what got you here. I'm still mad about the Super Bowl only because they threw the ball to Julio threw the ball at him 4 times, and he caught it 4 times.
4 times.
That always pissed me off about Matt Ryan. Julio's stats supposed to be looking out of this world.
Yeah.
But Matt Ryan just act like he doesn't have that future Hall of Fame over there.
Yeah.
Man, that always pissed me off about Matt Ryan. That's why I can't stand.
If Matt Ryan went to Julio, like Jalen tried to go down AJ Brown, they'll both be at the top of the down list in receiving and passing yards.
Bingo.
Right.
But
I'm just looking at it. The key stat from that game, I was telling Brinsky when we were talking about it before, it was like at halftime, I knew that they was finna come back. I didn't know that they was gonna win. I knew they was finna come back because Tom Brady had the ball too long. Like when they put the time possession up there, I was like, you cannot keep putting this man on the field like that and expect to come out with this game. And now I'm looking at the time of possession. Patriots had the ball for 40 minutes, 31 seconds. Falcons had the ball for 23 minutes and 27 seconds. That's like 3 quarters to 1. You're not going to win a football game like that. Not against Tom Brady, you're not.
Yeah, we ran.
All you had to do is
that defense was trash.
All you had to do was just run the football, Ted.
Yeah, you run the ball. You run the ball, you win the game. That's it. Even on that play that Matt Ryan fumble where he got strip sacked, Devontae Freeman. You run the ball, then. Even if you punt the ball,
you win the game.
Well, the defense was
tired. The defense had already been.
Y'all had a whole half to get stopped.
The defense was exposed the whole year. Like we didn't have a good defense. We just had a fine offense.
That defense was fast. Now that defense was fast. It was probably the fastest defense in the league with Deion Jones and Ricardo Allen.
They were fast off the field when the clock hit.
It was fast, but it wasn't. It was fast, but not a physical overwhelming defense. Like
it was fast and undersized.
49ers had a physical overwhelming defense with a fire offense, and the defense played their ass off, but the offense blew the game. Like 4 years in a row, 49ers be in the playoff, in the Super Bowl, or in the damn ALC and the NFC Championship game, or something.
It's hard.
It's hard to get this man to blow a game. Like that coach, he just need to be. I don't know. He need to go to college or he go to goddamn high school. But that guy won't win in the NFL. It ain't gonna happen.
You don't think so?
Nope.
He could. The 49ers were hurt, so they didn't really have a chance.
He's not gonna win in the 49ers.
In which we hired, I think we hired a new training staff, which is
he's not gonna win in the 49ers, bro. If he wins the 49ers,
how would the two Falcons fans feel about Dan Quinn maybe getting it done?
I would be happy for him.
I would love it.
Because he's not really the reason we lost. It was Kyle Shanahan.
He got a raw deal.
Yep.
I think y'all in a good spot.
Thank you. Somebody had to say it because Dan Quinn is a hell of a defensive coordinator for one.
Yeah.
He's a good coach.
And then we seen what he did with the Legion of Boom. It's the reason why they was the way they was. Only bad loss that he ever took was to the Patriots.
To the Patriots, yeah.
And that was Russell Wilson's fault, which I
don't blame that on Russ neither.
I think that was fixed.
No, that's on Russ. You got to run the ball.
I don't blame that on Russ.
You got to blame. I'm sorry, you're throwing the ball.
That's a play call from the OC. OC called that. And listen, that guy said he knew the pass was coming.
Yeah. I think that was fixed too. Yeah.
He said when they called the play in, I looked at the way they lined up, I knew that slant was coming. No, you ain't knew that slant was coming. Somebody told you that slant was coming.
Yeah.
I was dumb. Who throws?
What are you talking about? You said so you think
Malcolm Butler said he knew that the slant was coming.
No, they knew it was coming.
On the goal line.
They literally showed it in like the Patriots documentary. Like they practiced for that play. And Malcolm was late on it every single time. And so what helped it is that Brandon Browner jammed I think that was Javon Curse. He jammed him. So that helped him so all he had to do was just bolt straight over there for that pass because it was gonna be a quick pass.
Okay.
But it was stupid to even just throw the ball. Like for one, it was stupid to call the play. Yeah. And the reason why I blame Russ a lot of it, like you can call an audible.
Audible, yeah.
Like, bro, we're gonna run this 3 straight times. That's why I said Chris Collinsworth probably had one.
You can, but you can't, Brisket. Sometimes you can't. Who practiced for a play that Seattle never ran?
You can call a timeout too.
But I'm just saying, who practicing for a play that they never ran on the goal line? Every time on the goal line, that ball went to Marshawn Lynch. So how you know that they was gonna run a slant on the goal line? Come on, bro.
It was.
And that's what I'm saying. Chris Collinsworth had one of the greatest calls, and I will never forget what he said. He said, "I don't care." He said, "If I can't get in there with Marshawn Lynch running 4 straight times, so be it.
I lose.
I respect that." And the only reason he didn't get in there the first time because Dante Hightower saved a touchdown from them, and he ran it for like 4 or 5 yards on that play. So you telling me he can't get 1 yard?
Yeah,
1 yard.
1 yard.
That's why I was like, that's why Richard Sherman and the boys don't mess with Russ.
Fix.
Something.
I didn't like the pass call there. Like
nobody should have.
What Carroll said in his defense, he's like, we know that eventually we're gonna call a pass down here on one of these downs, right?
But not in that.
For the life of me, I don't understand why you run a slant. Like, run a corner route, run something that it can't be picked off. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna run a route that throw it in the middle of the deep.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
It's too congested for a slant down there.
Facts.
Yeah.
I know some people that didn't watch
and
it
it was
live.
a condensed set.
I can tell you watching it live at a Super Bowl party, and I know a lot of folks was going. I love Tom Brady, so Tom my guy, but I love the Legion of Boom too. So I was like another neutral Super Bowl. But when I tell you everybody in that house was rocking, like yeah. And time that play happened, well, you could have heard him rat piss on cotton. It was so quiet in there. I was like, wow. I just couldn't believe that was even called, man.
Yeah,
just imagine though. Imagine, man, that's 2 Super Bowl Tom Brady won that he shouldn't
have won, yeah.
But at the same time, it's 2 of them that he should. If we think about it,
it's 2 that he should have won that he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So it only makes up for it.
Yeah.
I actually 3 because that Philly one, he did everything that you could possibly do, but the defense couldn't stop nobody that game.
Nope.
Defense law they play call that game. And then it was all downhill when you lose your mic. So
man. So it was like, man, I felt like he deserved one, bro. You lose that Mario Manningham one, and you lose that David Tyree one. you deserve one of them. Like, because he was just like, because it was gonna be the Javon Kurtzman. Like, bro, come on.
You don't take it from us, or you don't take it from damn Seattle. You just took it from damn Peyton Manning or somebody.
Man, listen here, bro. I can promise you
he didn't
that
take it
the Broncos losing to
the Panthers, Carolina.
No. The Broncos lose to the Seahawks that one year.
Seahawks that one year.
The year before, they will take that loss than Seattle taking that loss. I always said if I'm gonna lose like that, I'd rather just take a blowout because I hate to lose the close ones. Because only thing you're gonna be thinking about is everything that you could have just done. Bro, all we had to do was run the ball. All we had to do was run the ball. At least with a blowout, like everything was messing up.
They could have. They probably would have got in on a sneak.
It's a lot of things.
Any single thing because the offensive line was dominating, man. That shit was dominating the picture. You could have, man. Russell Wilson could have dropped back, hit the ball 10 yards, and then ran in that sucker because they had so much time. And he had all the time in the world.
Even on that play, it wasn't no play action.
Yeah.
If he'd have put that ball into Marshawn Lynch belly and pulled it out and then threw that slant, it probably would have been wide open.
Yeah. I mean, it was. Well,
why would you even do that?
Could have happened, man. Yeah. A lot of things could have been done differently for that game to come out, with a different outcome. It's like my friend Albino the Wino say, you can't make a fur coat out of just one dog.
Yeah, true.
Don't
say that about dogs, man.
Hey, man. Can't make a fur coat out of just one dog, man.
You're gonna get brisket banned. You start talking about dogs. You're gonna have to say a bear or something.
Who had dog fur coats?
Albino the Wino, I guess.
Albino the Wino.
Yeah, pit bull coat.
Hey man, I'm just saying. He said
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like the playoffs, like, bro, I wouldn't be mad if we lose this weekend because just how far we got here. So that's why, but I know if we win, folks gonna hate me. But if we go in there and go to the Super Bowl, that means 2 weeks of me just we can lose the Super Bowl. But guess what? I still didn't expect that. This is a team that had nothing to lose. Don't let us win it.
You saying
don't
that
let us win it.
You saying that now till you lose the Super Bowl.
Trust
me, it ain't fun.
I know it ain't fun. No. I know it's not fun, but guess what? I'm going to win money from it. So I'm gonna feel a little better. I'm gonna feel a little better because I bet somebody whose team's gonna make it there first. And his team is the Patriots.
Who is that team? Oh, Patriots, okay.
And my team, of course, the
Patriots.
Yep. And it was a never-ending bet until somebody make it. All we got to do is win, and I'm be like, I need that. I need that. So it could have went on for 50 years until somebody made it. So, but it's gonna go down, man. Like I said, before we get up out of here, man. Nobody wants to lose no close Super Bowl ever, because all you're gonna do is just think. Like San Fran last year, they had the opportunity. I'll take a blowout before I take a close loss any day of the week.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's the Super Bowl. I know people get spoiled because of Tom Brady, but it is hard to make it to a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
It's hard to make it to the playoffs. Like you talking about Washington. When the last time Washington made the playoffs?
Well, we made it 2 years ago. Well, 2 or 3 years ago. But we consistently don't make it.
Right. So when you lose the Super Bowl, that's what you think about.
Yeah.
That's what I think about. It's like, damn.
You never know if you'll ever make it back.
Yeah, you might not make it back again.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
Yeah, because too many things have to go right for you to make
you to get there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Look at us.
Yeah, y'all never make it back.
You got 2 Falcon fans on the panel, man, looking like.
Right.
Hey man, y'all got your quarterback.
Yeah,
you do.
he's going to actually throw the ball. And I was
got
like, Josh, I got you up here.
We have a football player.
And you said precisely, and I was like, you said we need to get rid of what's my boy?
Kirk.
No, not Kirk, tight end.
Kyle
Pitts. You will be a fool. Because I said you can't just have a guy. Kirk for some odd reason just would not throw him the football. And when he did throw him the football, I understand that sometimes he'll be tripping a little bit. But we seen when Michael Penix got in that game what he was doing.
Yeah,
I said, let him go if you want to. Please come up to Washington, please. Because if you give him a quarterback that's gonna actually throw it to him, he's gonna be right back on that trail. Like I said, Kyle Pitts is a future 10-time Pro Bowler, future Hall of Fame tight end because his talent is just that good.
He got the talent, but he been in the league for 5-6 years already.
Yeah, you're gonna look too far.
4 years. But look who his quarterback's been.
Yeah.
So now he has a guy that I know that's going to throw him the ball, and I know who can throw the ball.
Yeah,
so,
he going. But with Michael Penix, man, he gonna be focused a lot on him and Drake May.
Yep,
Drake London.
He's not that big though. Pitts will be. He's not gonna be able to take those brutal hits across the middle of constant. So he got to get in the weight room, man. Put some more weight on himself.
Kyle Pitts big now.
Kyle Pitts is big.
He ain't that big. Like most of those guys that going across that middle taking those licks like that are bigger than Pitts, man. Pitts more like a bigger size thing, like a TO size down tight end, man.
No, man. Like Kyle Pitts,
he's bigger than that.
Almost 250 pounds, man.
Yeah, he's listed at 6'6", 247. 6'6", 247.
247. He's
huge. They ain't hitting like Ray Lewis was back then. Now if you just talk about like they hitting like Ray Lewis, I can understand what you're saying. But they got
going up.
They got to hit him a little different.
You see how those guys go low and take out those tight end knees, man. They going low. He ain't that big of a dude. Like so, you see now you see Kelsey. When Kelsey get the ball, he going down to the ground. Like if you come in low his ass, he fall on the ground. They're not taking those shots. Pitts still taking those shots.
Not really. He don't really go over the middle like that. Most time he be underneath, or they got him running some type of out route to the corner.
Yeah, that was with Kirk Cousins. When Michael Penix took over, he started going across the middle.
Just for reference, Mark Andrews is 6'5", 249.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're the same weight. He's just an inch taller than Mark Andrews. And Mark Andrews that's all he do is catch the ball across the middle.
Yeah, he catch the ball across the middle.
Except for on Sunday, he didn't catch the ball.
Hey man,
threw it behind him.
Josh, worry about yourself now.
I was mad. I was going for Lamar. I want Lamar to make it all the way. That game made me so mad, man. I'm like, Mark Andrews, come on, man.
I'm still mourning.
You been the guy.
Man, look.
Because
Mark Andrews is that man's favorite receiver. He threw his only receiver. He's been throwing that ball to that man for years. Years. Left side, right side, too high, too low.
It's his most reliable receiver.
He catch everything. How you doing? You cannot drop those two passes, and you cannot fumble that ball.
Yeah. That was
the fumble is the one that killed.
I think that fumble was the killer. Right?
That was it.
Yeah, it was killer.
I could stand the drops. I couldn't stand the fumble though. The fumble.
That fumble. You got the ball in the middle of the field, wet ball, slippery ball. You trying to make a move, man, catch the ball, go down.
Get that.
Go down there, score, tie the game up. You stop them, you go down there, score again, you win the game. That fumble, different.
Yeah. Killed them.
Yeah, man, because that the way he gave away that game, man. Like, of course, like I know Lamar had his turnover in the first half. What them two turnovers, the fumble and all that, but they didn't score off those. They scored off the fumble.
They scored off the fumble, but the fumble really wasn't even on him either. It was a bad snap that he had to go chase around.
It was on him.
It was on him. He had two hands on the football.
Yeah, that was on him.
He had the ball in his hand.
It was a bad But after that,
it threw him off.
Corral the snap. He had two hands on the football.
But even before then, Mark Andrews dropped a pass that would have been 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. You run the ball with Derrick Henry instead of being 2nd and 10. And so
Derrick Henry dropped one too.
Yeah,
he dropped 2, but the ones that Derrick Henry dropped was behind him. You know, he's not that agile type of guy. You got to hit that big dude.
You got to hit him in the hands.
Yeah,
that's why you see Hill in there on a lot of like passing
on third down. Yeah, because he's more flexible.
Because you already know what he can do. He can run, but you know we can throw it out to him in the backfield. But I don't care. Well, what's his name? Chris Sims wrote. This is why I'd be like, man, some of those guys that get paid on TV talk so crazy. That was like, I don't put this blame on Lamar because Lamar, if you see what he did to lead them down, that was his moment. That was his playoff moment right there.
Yep.
And it's always going to be overshadowed by that Mark Andrews drop. How he led them down there. And Chris Sims going to say, you got to throw a better ball than that.
What?
It's right there.
What?
Bresky, you talking about Chris Sims. Chris Sims lived off his dad's name. He was never shit when it came into the NFL. He wasn't shit in college. He wasn't shit in the NFL. So he on TV now and he want to shit on Lamar Jackson. Man, get the fuck out of here. He couldn't make that pass in his damn sleep.
No, I'm like, man, what else do you want him to do, man? Like, I put it right
throw the ball. Throw the ball in the end zone. That's what you want him to do.
I mean,
y'all already know how I feel about
Jalen Daniels threw the ball behind.
You can blame on Lamar for that game.
You had 2 turnovers. What do you mean? You can't blame?
No. I'm saying, but if you put
2 turnovers
on him throughout the whole game, how much? Hold on, I put it like this: from a scale of 1 to 100, how much percentage would you put on Lamar?
50.
I would, literally by him being the quarterback, I'll put half of it on the shoulder.
I don't understand why that's
by him being the quarterback. I put
one quarterback played a clean game.
I put half of it on him because he's the quarterback, but I don't think it's him. I really don't think it's him.
Bro, it's not him, bro. Again, like even all right. So we just diagnosed
what other quarterback has the weapons that he has and can do what he does? Nobody.
Well, I think
this is larger conversation. Why doesn't he have any weapons? Ask yourself that.
I think he figured it out. Though, honestly, I do think Lamar has figured out what to do in the playoffs. I just think some other things just have to kind of line up for him.
Hey,
the coaching has to be better. Instead of going for the 2-point conversion, they should have kicked the extra
point for one.
When that first round, and then that touchdown would be the game tying touchdown. Again,
I guarantee you, if that was Isaiah Likely catches that ball.
Exactly.
Now, if they lose, Josh Allen just so happened to take them down the field, so be it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But you just saying 50% on a man that literally is the only reason y'all got there. He is literally the only reason that they get there consistently. Yeah, exactly. I can't catch the ball. Why they lost the game against the Chiefs last year? Because Zay Flowers fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
What else do you want him to do? You want him to catch the ball, run the ball?
I want him to play a clean game. That's what I want.
Okay, what did he do bad last year?
As a quarterback, it's hardly ever going to play a clean game.
That's what I'm saying.
How did last year's game end? Just out of curiosity.
Zay Flowers dropped a lot of balls.
Now Lamar threw a pick, but it was like late in the game because he was just trying to make a play. But his opportunity.
There you go.
So here's my thing. This is why I don't get in the conversation about Lamar Jackson, because he's every black person's favorite quarterback.
It doesn't have nothing to do with nothing.
Hear what I'm saying? You can't criticize him. You can't hold him to the same standard. The man turned. Listen, what I'm saying. The man turned the ball over twice in this game. The other quarterback didn't turn the ball over any time. I have to give the quarterback of the team. He turned the ball over twice, 50% of the blame. You have to.
Okay.
We can't play the if and then game.
I give him 50%.
But you got to do that. You got to look at it.
Tell me another quarterback that has his type of weapons.
Why doesn't he have that many weapons?
Because management has to spend money to go get these players.
And we don't
God's
do that.
going
These
to
players-
play with them.
Listen,
We don't do that.
Who wants to play him? What receiver wants to go and spend a career
Devontae
blocking?
Adams.
Odell came over there last year. Odell Beckham.
Devontae
Nelson
Adams is on the
Aguilar
record saying
came
that he
from the
wanted to play
Eagles.
with Lamar.
But
Now, when was
Odell's
Devontae Adams
on decline.
But we won't. So we don't
He
do
still
that.
wants
You know what I mean? We don't really go spend money on people.
That's
when
what
they're
I'm
in
trying to
their
get
prime
him to understand.
and stuff like that. We don't do that. We wait till people are aging. And
Yeah,
then
they
we
got
bring them
Derrick
in.
Henry. They got Derrick Henry on a discount.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
a big
You tell me another quarterback.
if there was
one quarterback, just one
Listen,
quarterback that consistently do what he does.
If I would say it would probably be different.
He does every year.
It would be different.
nobody,
if
bro.
they-
Like
if we
I'm
do
not
what
Nobody.
Bills
So
do.
how are we gonna put this much? Like, bro, we give
because
like,
he's to blame. He messed up.
I think
like,
two things are true, right?
But Ted,
Two things can be true.
the last 2 years, if you
His
saying
part-
that
he's
it's
a
only
big
one
The last
last
2
year,
years, last
yeah.
year's ended with a pick. This year he has 2 turnovers. When he gets in these situations in the playoffs, he plays inefficient football every single time.
But Tez, he never throws that pick last year. If Zay Flowers holds on to the ball going into the end zone, that pick doesn't happen.
So is Jay. So is Jay.
Got,
but this is what I'm saying. Jason just had an amazing quote when he said, "You can't make a fur coat with one dog." This is what y'all trying to do. Y'all saying he don't make that with Zay Flowers. Do like no. You trying to put this on Mark Andrews? No, you can't do that. You have to look at the total game.
But all right. So let's look at the 2 turnovers.
If you looking at the totality of the game,
Bateman ran the wrong route.
Yeah.
He was supposed to keep up the rail. He stopped. So that's not on Lamar Jackson.
I'm not saying Lamar Jackson.
Was not on him either because it was a bad snap that went all in the snow. He's trying to make a play, and then when he fumbled, he was actually trying to put the ball away. It just slipped out. It was just a good play made.
Let me ask you this, Ted.
With that
who you put the blame on?
Then it's a different operation.
How much blame you put on the 49ers last year in the Super Bowl? Who you put the most blame on?
Kyle Shanahan.
Why you put on Kyle Shanahan and not Brock Purdy?
Well, he had
why not?
Why you don't put it on Brock Purdy?
Why don't put it on Brock Purdy?
Why you don't put it on Brock Purdy?
Right? Purdy had 4 turnovers, right?
He had 4 turnovers. Yeah. Okay. Blame on Brock Purdy.
No. But you didn't lead there. You went straight to Kyle Shanahan. This is your team. You know this better. You know this team better than me, and you knew he had 4 turnovers. And the first person you thought of was Kyle Shanahan.
I did.
He had 4 turnovers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Case closed. You literally went to the head coach.
No, I mean,
so guess who gets the other half? Guess who gets the other half of
it ain't no half. If you throw 4 turnovers,
no. I'm talking about guess who gets the other half? You got Brock Purdy, and then you got Kyle Shanahan. 50,
no, it ain't no half.
And guess what? Guess what? You got Lamar Jackson, and you got whoever the offensive coordinator is.
I can't blame Todd Monken for that, man.
Yeah, I can't blame Todd Monken, but I can blame Lamar Jackson for 50% of the loss, right? Just
I don't understand why that's like
just because that's what comes.
If you want to go there,
the superstar quarterback.
It's not.
If you want to go there, that's cool. The only problem I have is what you just said. Because I wanted to see what you was gonna say. I asked you who is to blame with the 49ers, and you went straight to the head coach when you could have went to the guy that had 4 turnovers, and you didn't go there. And he got Deebo Samuel, he got Brandon Ayuk, he got Christian McCaffrey, he got a great offensive line and a great defense.
I didn't really remember the game until y'all sitting here talking about it.
No, that's your team. I want to hear that. I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
I'm just saying.
I don't think Purdy had any turnovers.
I didn't really remember.
You remember
4 turnovers. I was like, I thought that was the Ravens game. No, we did have 4 turnovers in the Super Bowl. I didn't even really remember.
Lamar,
I don't remember Purdy having 4 turnovers.
I'm not mad at that.
I just don't like how you viewed Lamar. Now, if you want to give him 50%, okay, cool.
I did.
I give him 50%.
But you went straight to the head coach. That's what I didn't like. And I knew you was going to do that. That's why I went there with.
So, honestly,
that doesn't change anything, though.
That does change anything because Lamar literally
50%, right?
No.
The biggest reason that you have to give Lamar 50% is because we give him so much credit for when we win. So when you get that much credit for when we win, you have to get more than your share when we lose. Like that's just.
I want to know what they literally blame him for winning.
That's
That-
just how
yeah,
it
Put
is,
his
man.
house in for rent.
They'll say Derrick Henry. They'll say Derrick Henry in some
That's
games.
what I'm saying. Like, what kind of praise they give Lamar Jackson?
No,
Man,
I
it's
give-
always
He wasn't even a Super Bowl. I mean, the MVP front runner for most of the
Man,
season.
get this
Most
man
of
a
the
number one wide
Josh
receiver, then
Allen.
I can see what he does. Give him
But
a
don't
number
know
one
what.
tight end.
Listen,
Let's
you
see
know
what
what?
he
You know what you're gonna have to do to get a number one receiver. You're gonna have to tell them that they gonna get 100 balls a game.
But how
That's
do you
not
know
going to
that?
happen
He
in this
hasn't
offense.
had it.
That's not
I mean,
going to happen in this offense.
No, but
throwing
not
what
the way
kind
they
of
play
how,
offense.
how would you
He's
know if you're not
throwing
going to give him that player?
Okay.
You don't have that, so you don't know what's going to happen. This
You're
guy
right,
bro.
barely had a 2.
You're
Zay
right,
Flowers
you're right.
was not a 1. Zay
You're right.
Flowers
All of a
was
sudden,
2
you're right.
at best.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
they're gonna get a receiver, and then they're just gonna force feed him 100 balls a game when they don't even throw the ball to the receivers that they got that much.
Yeah.
The offense
Because
is
they are not
predicated
one.
because the
49ers
offense
had
is
2
predicated.
turnovers in the Super Bowl.
See, we all had it wrong. Don't nobody remember that game. But
How many it was?
It was 2 turnovers in the Super Bowl.
The
And boom.
offense,
One
the
of them
Ravens'
wasn't on
offense
Robert.
is predicated
He
on
He
Lamar's
still went to Kyle
legs.
Shanahan.
But get this, bro. Get this. So Tez, in the Super
ain't
Bowl
never
when y'all
read the
played
game.
in the Super Bowl when y'all played the Chiefs back in 2019, 2020. Patrick
Hold on,
Mahomes
I gotta think about it now.
Patrick
Go ahead.
Mahomes threw 2 picks. He threw 2 picks. One
True.
real that was pretty late. The Chiefs
Right,
still won the game. The Chiefs
Right.
still
They
came back
cheated.
and won the game, even though Patrick Mahomes threw 2 terrible picks. So what was the reasoning of him being able to overcome those picks?
The refs.
No,
Yes.
the reasoning was Travis Kelce.
The refs.
It was Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes had better weapons, like Brisket saying, than Lamar Jackson did for him to overcome
You want to
the
know
2
why?
turnovers
You
that
want to
he
know
had.
why Patrick Mahomes has better weapons? Because they know they're going to get the ball. If I'm a free agent receiver, and I'm leaving the
sure
team
about
where
that?
I get, listen what I'm saying. If I'm a free agent receiver and I'm leaving the team where I am going to get, well, I just got 100 balls a game, right? Why am I going to go to a team where I'm going to get thrown 40 balls a game and I have to block? I don't want to do that.
But he threw for over
I don't
4,000
wanna do
yards.
that.
That narrative probably
DeAndre
He threw
Hopkins is at the
over
end of
40
his career.
touchdowns.
He's ring hunting.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I think that probably works 2
That's
years
because
ago, but
he's
that
finally
doesn't
had some
happen.
receivers.
That
He has
narrative
40
right
point
there,
touchdown
Tiz.
passes in Mahomes.
That narrative right there, Tiz.
So
man,
why doesn't
it
he
works
have
for? It only works for those diva receivers. Like most receivers now, man, all they
Or
want is
divas.
the money. All they want is the money. They can give a damn about 100 passes. Long as they getting them 15 million a year.
But here's
You
the
can throw the
difference,
ball
though.
to me twice a year.
Here's the
I don't
difference.
get my
Now,
15 million.
Tripping coach called 25 mil.
Nowadays, the
Okay,
contracts are
25
so.
mil. I don't give a damn how many balls I get. Just give me my
Nowadays,
25 million a year.
you saying that now, but nowadays these contracts are so incentive laden that 100 balls get you a whole lot more money. It gets you that Pro Bowl. It gets you all these things that make up that big salary.
It all
depends on the system. Like
And it depends on the goal of the quarterback.
Money.
Lamar trying to win the Super Bowl. He don't care about no other.
If I want to win a Super Bowl, I'm going to play with Lamar Jackson, man.
Listen,
like I don't give a damn. You got a running back. You got a B7 running game. You got a quarterback that can a dual threat quarterback. So when folks start focus on Lamar, I can get wide on passes down the middle of the field like Zay Flowers.
You get
him a bigger threat.
Where's Rashad Bateman being a start at? Where's Rashad Bateman going to be a number 2?
We're not arguing that. Nobody said he had talent.
That's what I'm saying. Give him a weapon, we'll find out. Give him a weapon, we'll find out.
You give Lamar Jackson, what the dude name over there in Washington, McClendon. You give Lamar Jackson. You get Lamar Jackson number 17 from Washington Commanders. Shit, them boys, they win the Super Bowl.
He doesn't want to go there.
Because I expect us to sign a free agent wide receiver this year, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I'm just saying though, bro. Like, and this is why really wins and losses is not a quarterback stat. It should really just be a team stat because because Lamar's quote unquote 3 and 5 in his playoff career, and then even if you go back and look at his MVP playoff, the Ravens dropped 7 passes in that game, 2 that would have been touchdowns. Like the criticism that I'm not saying that he's not to blame at all, but I would maybe say out of his 5 playoff losses, he may deserve 20% of the blame max Max.
The only one
play calling last year and Zay Flowers. This year, bad snap, and then Mark Andrews not catching the ball and fumbling the ball. And then his first MVP year, they dropped 7 passes in the playoff game.
Hey, Josh, why I say Lamar get 50%? Because even with that bad snap, he caught the ball, he turned around. Yeah, and once you catch that ball and turn around, go now. Little play another day.
I mean,
he's trying to make a play. His athleticism puts in the brain that, okay, I can get the ball if I can make a move. But once that ball loose, man, you just cover the damn ball. Just cover the damn ball.
You know what's crazy about this is I had to look at it because they passed the ball more than Buffalo. They had 240 passing yards to Buffalo's 123. So he's throwing the ball around, and they outgained him on the ground. The issue in this game was the turnovers. Who had the most turnovers? Yeah. Lamar Jackson. He has to have 50% of the blame here.
They dropped 2-point conversion.
Again, they have more offensive stats.
So the really a big factor.
7.3 yards per play. They move the ball on this defense like crazy, which is crazy because this defense is really good. It's just the turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over.
If the bad snap doesn't happen, they showed this on NFL Live. If the bad snap doesn't happen, Lamar Jackson hands the ball to Justice Hill, does a wide open lane to the end zone. I mean, there is nobody there. That's not.
I'm with the nature. In Ted when it came to his fumble. I'm not arguing that, and I'm not arguing that interception. Only points that came out of there was one drive. Out of that turnover,
but it's a swing. It's a
plays that really killed them was that fumble, and that 2-point conversion drop.
So whenever the
biggest plays was that second half fumble and that 2-point conversion drop, and that Rashad Bateman drop across the middle. Like
true,
those three plays were killers. Right, bro, if Bateman catch that ball, he go in the end zone.
True. Yep.
So
like, bro, he can't do it all. That's why I'm like, bro, it's times when we just give too many guys passes. Like,
I'm not giving nobody a pass.
No. Oh. You literally you gave Brock Purdy
a pass.
You literally went to the head coach. That's the only reason why I asked this question. I wanted to see where you're gonna go with it.
Well, for one, we had just talked about it, and we were talking about Shanahan.
He threw an interception when y'all could have won the game on the last possession of the game.
So give him 50% of the blame. I'm not arguing.
No, it ain't no 50%. He has weapons.
Okay, give him 100% of the blame. I'm not arguing that. No matter what.
Say that now. It's cool to say that now. But
I told you I didn't remember it. We all thought he had 4 turnovers. We just found out. We all just found out he had 2 turnovers. Everybody agreed that he had
his rookie year.
That's your team.
His rookie year, he blew up in the Super Bowl, and then 3 years later, he blew up in the Super Bowl last year.
You talking about Purdy?
No, I think he lost in the NFC Championship game. He only went to 1.
Yeah, he's only going to 1 Super Bowl.
He still blew up. He blew up last year.
Yeah.
But he went to Green Bay one year and got blown out. Like, Purdy is not really great guy.
Last year was his first year. Last year,
they went to Philly and they lost, but he had a hurt arm now.
He had got hurt 2022. He had tore his.
They literally Philly had him.
It don't matter. He still ain't that guy.
Hassan
Move on.
We couldn't block Hassan Reddick.
Move on.
Only thing I know. But at the end of the day, 49ers ain't there. The Falcons ain't there. The Ravens ain't there. It's all about the Commanders, baby.
Commanders are there.
Ravens should be there.
So I made a comment. I made a comment last year that got some pushback, but it's still proven true. I'm gonna say it again. These quarterbacks that we call game changers, they win MVPs. The quarterbacks that we call game managers, they win Lombardi trophies.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is a game
changer. And he wins MVP. Tom Brady is a game changer. He won MVP. Peyton Manning was a game manager. I mean, a game changer.
Game manager. You was right.
Aaron Rodgers.
Peyton Manning is a game changer, man. Peyton Manning is the
Peyton Manning. Drew Brees is a game changer. He won an MVP.
Peyton Manning.
Because Cam Newton made up some weird ass shit that don't make any sense. He just named some random guys that was in the league talking about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott ain't no game changer. What are you talking about?
I'm disagreeing with Cam.
He's a
what
giveaway.
You about? I'm disagreeing with everything that Cam Newton said.
What are you saying?
Matthew
No,
Stafford.
he named Tua, he named Brock Purdy, and all the guys. He literally basically was calling Tom Brady a game manager, not a game changer. Tom Brady is a game changer.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes is a game changer.
Yeah, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes.
Guys that win MVPs
you better not. You better not.
Okay. I tell you what.
No time on the clock.
We can do it again. What is Tom Brady's greatest attribute as a quarterback?
Accuracy.
Football.
And leadership.
No. You think that his accuracy is what won him most of them Super Bowls?
No, it's his drive, man.
He's not the strongest. He's not the
most
active.
You're right. He doesn't have all of it. He doesn't have that elite ability. He doesn't have an elite ability. His elite ability is his ability to move. His ability to move the chess pieces on the board in real time. You don't have to call plays for him. You just put him out there. He's coach on the field. He can play chess out there. He can manage the game. He can manage the game so well that he changes games. I think that Tom Brady is the best game manager to ever live. And that makes him a game changer. It's like that interview.
Early on,
game manager.
He might have been a manager.
That doesn't even make no sense.
Did y'all hear the interview that he had when he was talking to?
Hold on, let me ask you this.
No, he said it. No, I'm telling you, he said it. He said, like, what'll happen, and I think he was throwing some shots at Lamar here. He said, what'll happen is, I was watching football. I seen the team come out. They got 8 men in the box. They got a run play call. They snap the ball. Quarterback runs for like 7 yards, and I'm wondering, why did you snap the ball? Because he wouldn't have put his team in a bad look. Everybody high-fiving off these missed plays, these broken plays when players make good plays. But in reality, he's looking at it like, why you even snap the ball into that front? That didn't make any sense. That is Tom Brady's elite ability. That's what he does better than any other quarterback that I've seen play quarterback before. That's it.
Let me ask you this. This is college. Is Greg McElroy was a game changer or game manager? I'm asking you, Tez.
Greg McElroy?
Greg McElroy.
Why are we going to game manager?
No. I'm asking you for a reason.
Game manager.
I named that particular player for a reason.
Game manager.
So you telling me that Tom Brady and Greg McElroy are on the same level?
No. There's levels to game management.
Is Joe Burrow a game manager?
There's levels to game management.
Or it's no in between, sir.
Is Joe Burrow a game manager?
That doesn't mean they're on the same level, bro.
No. Is Joe Burrow a game manager or a game changer?
Joe Burrow, if I had to classify Joe Burrow, I would say he's probably a game changer. Absolutely. He's probably a game changer.
Absolutely.
No, what is Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco is probably a game manager.
So it's Tom Brady.
You can't put Tom Brady in that category. Then.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
We're not ranking their skills, bro. We're saying what type of quarterback they are.
No, either you're a game changer or you're not. It's just
no.
You can't put Brady in the category with Joe Flacco. You can't put Brady in the category with Joe Flacco. Never.
That is crazy.
Man, y'all lay off Joe Flacco, man.
Okay, man. I see what y'all saying. I get what y'all saying.
Hey, he won your Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah, man. Y'all lay off Joe, man.
I get what y'all saying.
Use somebody else.
I get what y'all saying.
Use Nick Foles.
I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not
doing it.
You can't put Brady and Nick Foles in the same category.
Thank you, Coach Carl. I
appreciate it. Put them in the same category.
Without Tom Brady, Tampa Bay never wins a championship. Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay and changed the whole landscape of Tampa Bay.
Here's what I'm saying. This is what y'all do. Y'all trying to make it talk about levels. Like, you can't.
Either you are.
Yeah, but we start talking about shooters. Let's take a category just to even it out. Let's just talk about shooters, right? There are different levels of shooter. There's either you're a shooter or you're not. But then there's Steph Curry, and then there's some shooters that aren't Steph Curry. It's the same way with game management. You can be a game manager and not be that good at it. You cannot beat Tom Brady with it.
Listen,
the same with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning didn't have a strong arm. He didn't throw the prettiest ball. He wasn't.
Steph Curry
he was
is in the same league with Tom Brady. Tom Brady and Steph Curry in the same league, man. You can't. I mean, you can't lead Tom Brady a minute. You can't lead Tom Brady a minute. You lead Tom Brady a minute or more, you lose. No matter what game you're playing.
That's why folks hold their breath.
Okay,
they hold their breath.
Okay,
you lose.
I put it like this.
One thing I tell you, Tom Brady ain't gonna throw an interception. If he throw an interception, it's gonna bounce off somebody's hand. It's not gonna be a bad interception with the game on line. You can't leave Steph Curry wide open with the game on line.
I'll change it then. We're not gonna say game managers. We're gonna say quarterbacks with an elite ability, speed, big arm, whatever you want to. They always win MVPs, but they rarely win Super Bowls. The quarterbacks whose ability is managing games, that knows how to get through these games better than anybody else, they always win.
Patrick Mahomes don't have that elite ability, but he has that.
He always the last man with the football.
Tom Brady.
They have the elite.
These guys won Aaron Rodgers. These guys won MVPs.
Russell Wilson.
They won.
Why do you think they always end up being the last people with the ball? You think that's just it just so happens to happen like that? It just so happens to just all the time.
Because teams are too damn dumb. Like you get the ball, you got a ball with a minute and 30 seconds. You want to go down there and score a touchdown that fast, man? Just run the clock. To run a little clock. Give him the ball with 35 seconds on the clock, and then you play coverage. Just drop everybody back, play coverage.
But
little rush, play coverage. And
you know who checks into those runs on those plays?
Tom Brady.
Who checks? Exactly. That Super Bowl that we was talking about, that where he should have handed it to Marshawn Lynch. You think Tom Brady would have came out there and threw that slant? No, he would have checked into another play. Because his game management is elite.
His game IQ is elite. You talking about management? That's football.
That's what I'm
IQ.
saying. It's two different things, sir.
That's IQ.
Man, you never said that.
Two different things.
You never said that.
Like when you start talking about sports, quarterback have to have elite IQ. Like if you have elite IQ, you can play that game like that. Like Jaden Daniels sees the game as a freshman, as a rookie in pros. He sees it as a senior in high school. Like he a senior in high school in his rookie year. Like that's how he looking at the NFL. Like I'm a senior in high school, even though it's my rookie year. I'm a rookie, but I'm a senior because he can see the game from so many different angles.
Which is why I picked him to win this game. Not so much as the leader.
Man, you ain't pick us. Don't act like you was a fan. You ain't no fan. I don't want you to be over here. I don't want nobody over here. I was here all by myself. I was on the island by myself.
That's one thing I hated when we played him in Tuscaloosa. He had them grown that football IQ, and he can read defenses so easy. The thing that you can't get from a rookie though, because he can see the field so wide open so fast and process things so fast, he's not going to be able to read that interior pressure. So you're gonna have to pressure him from the inside because by him scanning the field so fast and by knowing where all the receivers at, all he gotta do is bloom, 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 and he's gonna find somebody open. But if he can go from 1, 2 to 3, you done. You gotta make him go from 1 to oh shit.
Oh, I got you. I mean, that's one of the that's another interesting topic though. Like a lot of the quarterbacks that we seeing that's coming into the league as rookies, these are 5 and 6 year guys.
Yeah.
Versus the traditional, you know what I'm saying? They say you don't let a rookie play, but you know, Bo Nix is 6-year player. Jaden Daniels is 5-year. Penix is 6 years.
6 year, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 years.
I think Jaden's about 5, I want to say.
I think Jaden's a 6 year, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's 20. Jaden 24, isn't it?
I think Jaden played 5 years though.
Yeah, he played 5. Both
played 5.
Both played 6. Michael played
Penix played 6. He played 4 at Indiana, 2 at Washington.
Yeah,
but he was hurt at Indiana most of the time.
At the same time, right? You gotta let some guys come into great situations and some guys don't. It was just like CJ Stroud. It was like CJ Stroud last year. If CJ Stroud played for the Carolina Panthers, he would have been ass.
Yeah, he trash.
Mm-hmm. But now you see what he's doing this year. He regressed so badly.
He regressed so badly.
and we see how Bryce is emerging. And Bryce still has a far worse team than him.
Yeah. CJ missed a lot of his receivers this year. Stephon Diggs towards ACL, Tank Dell.
I don't care. I don't care how many receivers that he lost. They are still better than Carolina's.
And then still they were 7. They were 7 and they were 10 and 7. With that squad he has, right?
You got a better running back. You got a better
O-line.
You got a better defense. You got a better head coach. You got better management. You got a better owner. They got literally everything better than Carolina. I don't want to hear no excuse about C.J. Stroud. Nothing.
How many years did C.J. Stroud play in college?
Him and Bryce played 2.
They basically 3 years, but they both started 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm a monitor.
But they've been playing against each other for years, though.
I want to see how does this stat hold up, like with the 4 and 5, 6 year guys in the NFL, how they perform as rookie quarterbacks.
Shit, they've been doing great for what they've been doing great ever since. Man, everybody come in at a quarterback and been in this college 6 years been doing great.
Yeah, because you got Carson Beck now going back to school, so he's going to be on that list next year with the NFL team.
Trash. That's stupid.
We'll talk about it next episode. We got to go before
that. My bad. I didn't mean to bring up Beck. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I guarantee you, I wish I had him in that Notre Dame game. I bet you.
Yeah, we do.
I know. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't mean to put myself up here early, but appreciate y'all for supporting the show. Definitely about to let everybody shout out who they are, their Instagrams, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna start off with Mr. Controversy first, since he got that mask. The Atlanta Dream trial coordinator. I didn't read that. It's always something, ladies and gentlemen. It's always something.
I hit about 25 Waffle Houses in the Tri-County area looking for talent for the Atlanta Dream today. But, on this show, we had a lot of ifs. And like my boy Albino the Wino said, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we never go hungry. Follow your boy on Twitter at CrowdNoiseJWalk. And that's all I got today. I'll holler at y'all.
This man crazy. This man is crazy.
I like that mask though. Hey man, you can find me on the Block Sport Talk with Coach Carl, or you can hit me up on the X, man, Twitter, at Coach KD Taylor. Like I said, Brinsky, I appreciate you inviting me on. Man, we had a hell of a good time. Ted's controversial guy. Got people in the crowd saying don't talk about their Ravens. Mr. Mass, Josh, man, nice to meet you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Brinsky, as usual, man, my brother. Appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah.
See y'all on the next go round.
Yo, rocking the UGA. Always go Dogs, go Falcons, go Braves, everything Atlanta, everything Georgia. And I appreciate Brinsky again, man. I know it's been a while, guys, but y'all can always again follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even Joshua Dennis. And I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yep. Boom. Oh, that was good at that time.
Finally.
Got photo imagery right there. You can check me out on my Instagram, pretty much all platforms. You can also check out my website, www.photoimagery.com. Or I got a Twitter. I hadn't tweeted yet, but I got some followers. I appreciate the people who have. I seen some of y'all in the comments that actually followed me, man. So I appreciate y'all for doing that. I promise I will be posting content soon. And yeah, another episode, man. Good episode, chopping it up with the guys. Good to see Josh back in the fold, man. Missed you, Coach Carl, man. With that football knowledge is a pleasure. This guy with the mask on, I don't know where we get. And then Brinsky, hey, we agree to disagree. It is what it is. But yeah, man, just a pleasure to be here, man. I got some stuff coming soon on my page and stuff. I've got a little transition going on, trying to put together some sports content. So be on the lookout for that. I have more details next episode, which may be from the Senior Bowl. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, excited about that. And yeah,
Even I don't even know about it.
Man, y'all need to go live from the Senior Bowl.
We can't.
Yeah.
But I'm when Ted's finished talking, I got something about that. I'm
done.
something. Oh, okay. But as always, I'm Brinsky Shaw, but Shaw Shooters Podcast. Y'all can catch us every Tuesday. But like I said, it's definitely about to pick up a lot more. Probably have like some Alabama talk. Have some Alabama football talk on Tuesday or not Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know yet. If Tez want to come over here and talk strictly Alabama football, recruiting, all that good stuff.
Y'all want me to do that?
No.
Yes, come on. You can talk all the negative stuff you want to about Bama.
Not Tez. Not Tez.
But I put Coach Carr channel in the chat, my channel in there, just in case some new people. 10 subs away from 700. Let's make it happen before the Super Bowl. Not the Super Bowl, the Senior Bowl. Let's make that happen. And then, of course, me and Ted's going to be down there at the Senior Bowl that Tuesday. So I said what I'm going to do every night. It ain't going to be probably about like 30 minutes or something every night. Probably just me and Ted just talking about the Senior Bowl that day, what players to look out for, who we impressed by. So every night during that whole week, y'all stay tuned. Just talking about the guys that we see, probably guys that we interviewed or whoever. Just some of everything or whatnot, rubbing some elbows.
Facts.
So yeah, all that good stuff. So y'all stay tuned for all that. Appreciate all the love, Miss Janet, JB, everybody that came out tonight, show love. Y'all already know we appreciate y'all and all the love that y'all show. Of course, you already know. Josh, please forgive me for this. But yeah, always forever. F them trees.
15
always
years later.
forever. Hope the whole thing just burned down. Rest in peace to the GOAT. I'm praying for his children every day. Alabama and his son, Bear Bryant. This is an Alabama legend, ladies and gentlemen. But no trees was harmed during this podcast. I just want to point that out there. But it's still F them trees.
You still gotta Brinsky, you still gotta let them know that even though we say F the trees, they are the ones that terrorizing the trees with all that regular ass tissue.
Oh yeah, y'all are the main ones. And
we can't breathe. The trees cannot breathe with all that regular ass tissue that you throw on it. Half of the tissue come out the sewer. Some of them be having dirty draw tissues on there. So make sure y'all get damn clean tissue and thin tissue. Stop going get damn Charmin, throwing Charmin on them damn trees. You know that shit too thick. You're gonna have to get that one ply.
Yeah, get the one
ply, man. Go get that Sam Choice and that Walmart or the Dollar General damn tissue, man.
How about y'all get some tissue, dry the Tuscaloosa, and throw it on y'all trees?
No, we
don't have no tissue on our trees.
We don't want nobody down. We don't want no damn body going out there getting paid extra money to clean that shit up. Come on, man.
You took 4H.
Hey, for real though, y'all
like outside right now.
Have y'all seen how they get the tissue off the tree?
No. They're probably down around.
Nobody don't get up that early in the morning. I was up early one morning.
That's sexual harassment to the trees. When them climbing,
how they get it off?
Rubbing on the limbs.
So when I was staying in Auburn one time, I got up early enough one morning on my way to work to see them getting the tissue off the tree. They just skeeted off with a fire hose.
Oh my God!
It's the simplest thing ever. It really don't take no time.
They wasting water.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, that was the craziest thing. I didn't want to let you know the GOAT. Rest in peace to him. As always, F Auburn, Roll Tide, and Georgia ain't gonna win nothing.
Keep them